Hello and welcome to a message that I feel has the capacity to improve your life. Today, we are going to talk about something that all of us experience at one point or another: fear. We're going to explore how to rise above it, transcend it, and uncover the boundless potential that resides within each one of us. This journey will be both spiritual and motivational, a blend of learning who we are and what we are capable of when we rise above the fear that holds us back. What is fear? Fear is one of the most basic human emotions. It's an innate response to danger that has been programmed into our brains for survival. In our evolutionary past, fear kept us alive, helping us to flee from predators or avoid harmful conditions. However, in today's environment, much of the terror we experience is not for physical survival. It's about our self-esteem, our dreams, and our view of what we can or cannot do. Fear is the voice that tells us we're not good enough, not strong enough, or not capable of reaching greatness. But here's the thing: fear is a fiction. Fear is a trickster that masquerades as knowledge. It covers itself up as rationality or being careful. It teaches us that we should stay little, stay in our comfort zones, and not take any risks. The first step in rising above fear is acknowledging that most of the time, fear is not reality. It's only a projection of our thinking. It's the unknown that we are terrified of, not the item itself. Once we grasp it, we may begin to deconstruct its hold over us. The spiritual aspect of fear. Fear has a deeper spiritual dimension. From a spiritual standpoint, fear is rooted in the illusion of separation. We fear because we believe we are alone, that we are isolated from people, from life, and from the divine. We believe that we are defenseless and lonely in a chaotic environment. But the truth is that we are all connected. We are part of a broader whole, and at the deepest level, we are one with the source of all creation, the divine or God, whatever name you want to give it. When we recognize that we are connected to something higher than ourselves, fear begins to lose its grip. Spirituality teaches us that we are not only our bodies or thoughts. We are not defined by our circumstances, limits, or shortcomings. We are eternal, unlimited souls living a human experience. The more we dig into that consciousness, the more courage we have to face our concerns, because we recognize that nothing can actually damage us. The prominent spiritual instructor, A Course in Miracles, teaches that the only two actual emotions are love and fear. Everything we experience in life comes down to one of these two energies. When we choose love, we connect ourselves with our inner nature. Love extends, it liberates, it empowers. Fear, on the other hand, contracts, isolates, and enslaves us. So ask yourself, what do I choose? Love or fear? The power of facing your fears. You see, fear isn't simply something we need to avoid. It's something we need to face. It's a call to grow. Every time we sense fear, it's an opportunity for expansion. Fear shows us where our edges are, where our limits are, and it encourages us to break past them. When we avoid fear, we stay static. But when we confront it, we move beyond our past selves. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, it is taking action despite it. The heroes of history and spirituality were not people who never felt fear. They were people who felt fear intensely yet moved on anyway. Whether it's Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, or the Buddha, their greatness did not come from living without fear, but from rising above it. There is a famous phrase by Joseph Campbell: "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." That treasure could be your dream employment, a fulfilling relationship, personal improvement, or spiritual enlightenment. But in order to access it, you must be willing to enter the cave of your anxieties. The more you run away from fear, the more you empower it. But as you turn around and face it, fear begins to vanish. Cannot endure the light of your consciousness. The role of faith. Faith has a significant part in overcoming fear. Faith is the cure to fear. Where fear says, I can't, faith says, I can. Where fear says, I'm alone, faith says, I am supported. Faith tells us that we are never walking this path alone. We are continually being guided, protected, and loved by a force larger than ourselves. In moments of fear, turn to your faith. Whether it's trust in God, the universe, your higher self, or even faith in your own potential, lean on that. Faith gives us the strength to walk forward when the road is unclear, to take a jump when the ground looks wobbly, and to trust that everything will be okay, even when fear attempts to convince us otherwise. As it's often said, faith and fear cannot reside in the same area. Choose faith and fear will fade. Every tremendous jump you take in life will need an equal leap of faith. Whether it's starting a new career, exiting a toxic relationship, or relocating to a new city, faith will always be your guide. The importance of mindset. One of the finest methods to climb over fear is to adjust your perspective. What you believe determines your reality. If you believe you are powerless, then you will be. If you believe you can't overcome a task, then you won't. But if you feel you are capable, strong, and divinely guided, then you can achieve anything. Fear typically arises from a position of scarcity thinking. It informs us that there is not enough, whether it's not enough time, not enough opportunity, not enough money, or not enough talent. But plenty is the fact of the universe. There is always enough. You are always enough. Shifting your mentality from scarcity to abundance will lessen your fears. When you know in your heart that there is always more, fear has no power over you. Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker, often talks about state management. The theory is that your mental and emotional condition at any particular time impacts how you respond to terror. When you are in a low-energy state, feeling fatigued, pessimistic, or stressed, fear appears overwhelming. But when you elevate your energy through activities like meditation, gratitude, or physical activity, dread loses its potency. Learn to manage your state, and you'll have more control over your concerns. Spiritual practices to overcome fear. Let's look into some spiritual activities that can help you rise above fear. Meditation. Meditation is one of the most potent strategies for conquering fear. It helps quiet the mind and allows you to view your anxieties without identifying with them. When you meditate, you learn to perceive fear for what it is, just an idea, not reality. As you strengthen your meditation practice, you also connect more with your inner self, your soul, which is free from fear. Affirmations. Use positive affirmations to rewire your thinking. Replace fear-based thoughts with empowered ones. Say to yourself, I am strong, I am fearless, I trust the process of life, or I am divinely guided and protected. Affirmations may feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, they will begin to modify your beliefs and lessen anxiety. Gratitude. Gratitude is a spiritual superpower. It switches your emphasis from what you lack, which drives anxiety, to what you have, which fuels abundance. Every day, take time to focus on what you are grateful for. It might be as simple as the oxygen you breathe or the love of your family. Gratitude quickly boosts your energy and minimizes fear. Surrender. One of the hardest spiritual activities is surrender. But when you yield your fears to the universe, to God, or to whatever higher power you believe in, you are releasing control. Fear thrives when we feel the urge to control everything. But true spiritual strength comes from submitting, from faith that things will develop in the right way at the appropriate time. Visualization. Visualize yourself soaring above fear. Close your eyes and visualize yourself as a fearless warrior, standing tall and confident. Picture yourself overcoming every difficulty with grace and ease. See the life you desire and the person you aspire to become, and feel the emotions of already having it. Visualization programs your mind for achievement and eliminates fear of the unknown. The impact of overcoming fear. What happens when you climb above fear? Everything changes. You enter into a new reality, one where you are no longer held back by uncertainty, uneasiness, or fear of failure. You start to chase your dreams with a bravery that you never believed imaginable. Relationships improve because you're no longer functioning from a position of fear but from a place of love and confidence. You become a magnet for success, riches, and joy because you are aligned with the highest form of yourself. As you rise beyond fear, you inspire others to do the same. Your courage becomes contagious. You become a beacon for people around you, showing them that it's possible to live without being ruled by fear. You become an example of what is possible when we choose love over fear, trust over doubt, and courage over complacency. In conclusion, rising above fear is not a one-time occurrence. It's a daily discipline. Every day, we are given the choice. Will we allow fear hold us back, or will we rise above it? The more you choose to face your fears, the more you will discover that fear is nothing more than an illusion. Behind every fear is the freedom you've been longing for. So today, I challenge you, rise above fear. Step into your power. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and know that you are divinely directed on your trip. You were designed for greatness, and nothing, not even fear, can hold you back when you chose to soar above it. Thank you for listening, and remember, the only restriction is the one you set in your mind. Rise above and you shall fly.